never sick. And it didn't matter if we had a temperature and we were throwing up. We were never sick. We were never given medication. We were never permitted to stay out of school. Oh, really? No. If you had a pulse, you were headed over to school.
We'd go on picnics, and one time went up in the hills, and I had some friends with me, my mother and Bill, and it started snowing, and he started picking up everything, and she says, "What are you doing? What were you?" And he said, "Well, it's snowing." She says, "Well, we're not going to let a little snow stop us." So he put everything back down.
So, 3 or 4 nights a week, we'd have casseroles. She would empty out the fridge, sprinkle some potato chips on top, and leave us some note saying, you know, cook it at 350 for 45 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
So we'd have to cook it, dirty up the dishes, pretend like we ate it, and then we'd go, you know, McDonald's or something.
I'm not trying to impugn the entire nursing profession. She was tough. Yeah.
My grandma.
It
You know,
really
Ruth's
does.
life and Kate's life, you know,
Yes.
with events that had happened are really a parallel.
Yes,
you
they
know,
are.
a generation apart.
What kind of events are you saying?
Well,
Everybody
they
had to
both
play
had
Scrabble.
husbands that had passed on early,
Really?
Yes.
and large families and making do.
And volunteering and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, more than I think of the other siblings of Ruth's that is so much like Kate's. That's just
Well,
a view that I have. I don't know if anyone
And the
agrees with
phone
that.
calls
or not.
ending abruptly.
Yeah. Well, no, that was like something.
That is
Yeah,
true.
well, that's
Yes.
you know, that's Kate. You know, and the Scrabble. You know, oh,
Yeah.
play here. Well,
did
gee,
that too.
Grandma, the
Yeah.
triple words over here. Oh, but there's an E here.
not
You
a
know,
conversation.
He helped her pack everything for the picnic, and he thought he was getting butter because she put things in any container she could find. And he got a piece of bread and got out what he thought was the butter and opened it up, and it was buffalo meat.
Right. This kind of stuck in my mind. I'm thinking this just didn't happen at our place. They wanted peanut butter, you know, and Ruth informed him, "Well, you know this isn't the week to buy peanut butter."
Auction them off, and somebody would buy the lunch, the box.
Okay.
And this one time, it was funny. Mom, she went down to the Passics. You probably know the Passics. This young man came to call on Ruth. And Mom couldn't recognize him. He was so dressed up. But she didn't recognize him. He was asking for Ruth. And so she sent him over to the Passics, because that's where she was making these baskets. And she was just mortified. When here came Henry.
Older than was yesterday. The first thing she would do while we were laying in bed is she'd come and open up the windows, air out the room. and I confess that when I got to be a senior and my vocabulary had expanded, I let her know in some no uncertain terms what I thought of the practice of opening up the window in freezing cold weather.
It's my sister's story. It's not my story. But she was 18 and I would have been 14 or 13 when Aunt Ruth introduced us to White Russian cocktails. And so I think of her when the Bailey's Irish Cream and the Kahlua come out.
belief, opinion, however you want to say, that Ruth was one who worked to help make that new heaven and that new earth. That we in our lifetimes do cooperate by following the right way as she did with God, making something better than what it was. And now through you, her family, her children, her friends will continue. Let's pray. Thank
you. We grew up on a farm near Academy. Does anybody know where Academy is? Good. They had a congregational church there, and we were very active. It was 2 boys, 2 girls, 2 boys, 2 girls, a boy and a girl. And so it worked out really nice. And the older ones took care of the younger ones. You can imagine a family of 10. My mother was very busy. But anyway, I wouldn't change it for anything.
It's my impression that all Mom ever did was talk about us, so you've heard them all. But I want you to know, as much as she talked about us to you, she talked about you to us. And, you know, Mom never got in on email. And getting a hold of her sometimes with almost what you heard, she wouldn't be where you could reach her. She would be at the church, or she would be at the nursing home, not in a position to talk. So, but she always kept, every letter was about church activities, that and the weather, and maybe how the bridge cars were running. But I want you to know that the family really appreciates, and it's comforting to know what kind of support she had from the church. And I would say to you that Mom lived a full life, and it's not a time for sadness. And we appreciate you being here. We appreciate the comfort you're giving us. Thank you very much.
Fly.